Oh, great shot already. Oh yeah, I love that. The black eye. Interesting how Walter's expression there was changing. Oh, hello. And it tracks Walter every time. Well, I mean, if you mess with the devil, then the devil's gonna be looking out for you. Honestly, that's probably gonna be the thumbnail. Honestly, I'm surprised that Gus has never really implemented a security cam before.
What happened?
Nothing. I just bumped it, that's all.
Okay, I'm coming in.
Please do, Skylar. Please do. Bill Burr.
It's none of your concern.
Are you in danger? Walt.
Yeah, Skylar asked about this.
Then we go to the police.
Can't do that.
What?
We tell them everything, that you're a drug dealer.
No, no.
I flew off the handle when I saw that. Okay? Where'd that come from? A fall in the shower?
This is just...
Really loving these reverse shots between the two of them.
I had an argument. We were in this bar, and we were discussing a particular business strategy.
Yes, of course. A business strategy. That's one way to say it.
So you're okay? Really?
You can't keep running away from this, Walt. Trying to give her a false sense of security.
Frozen peas.
What?
It's the best thing for the swelling.
Oh, it's not really swollen.
Just take the peas, Walt.
So, car wash.
Oh, that scene was great. Great acting from the both of them, really.
Any children?
Yes. As a matter of fact, a little boy.
Oh, how old?
He turned 4 in May. He's a Gemini. Would love this yard.
Marie's pretty good at this. Same as Skylar, I guess. Runs in the family of making up lies or making up fake stories.
If you know what I mean. But nurse,
Hello? I'm back.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Change the channel, Hank. Come on. That was a joke.
You want to do something?
Do something. Like what?
Go karts.
Hey. I mean,
It's pretty fun.
No. Actually,
come on, Walter, have some fun. It would be hilarious to see them both, playing go-karts.
How you doing?
Yeah, good question, Walt. Yeah.
Anything we should talk about?
Oh man, you see how Jesse just changes his mannerism the moment Walter asked that.
Anything we should talk about?
Love this back and forth.
Hey, you bombed. It happens. You were smart to call me. Now, you just sit back, relax, and let a professional take over.
That's the guy that we saw in the beginning of the first of the fourth season.
Can Huel use your bathroom?
Huel.
It's a stomach thing. So where were we?
Professionalism.
That's love that.
All right. How about an ICE raid? You know he's got illegals working over there. I mean, he just has to.
We are not getting a bunch of poor, innocent people in trouble. No.
Hey, how about terrorism?
Jesus. How about terrorism? That's
You got a real nice place here. Shame if something happened to it. That angle.
Yeah,
Violence?
it always works.
No, that is not at all what I meant. We do not do that. That's not who we are, right? I don't like him. Bogdan. He was condescending to me, rude about you, and I do not like him.
Yeah, personal grudge against him now.
Walt can back me up on this. The number one rule is don't take things personally.
What do you mean rude about me?
Oh shit. Walt's gonna take this personally as well.
You weren't man enough to face him yourself.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. Walt's gonna snap.
Speaking as your lawyer, I'm going to go on record and say this is a bad idea. Now, I advise against...
It's this one.
It's this one. Gonna guess that Huel is gonna have something to do with this? Since we just got introduced to him.
Spoons.
Yes, the owner is quite the collector.
Ooh, should talk to my husband. Garbage disposal?
Oh, great cut using the sound there. Really nice. And this is a great... No, don't tell me that Marie... No! No, they're playing go-karts, or at least Jesse is. Oh, look at his eyes, though. Oh, great. That was great. Love the editing on that. Home sweet home. The absolute state of mind of Jesse right here. An absolute mess. Absolute chaos. I mean, one of these days, this house is probably gonna get raided by the police, right?
Where in London? I was stationed at Upwood in the 60s.
Right downtown. But we were almost never there. My husband is an illustrator.
Oh
for
shit,
Vogue
she's
Milan,
right
Paris,
behind.
Italy.
Oh. Oh no. I love how she's just there in the background.
Is she all right? Your daughter. Is she okay?
Time to bounce.
You are in big trouble.
Oh, Hank is gonna fucking lose it. Oh no.
Why why are you... Are you seriously doing this to me again?
Marie, you want to go home?
Damn. Oh. Fantastic performance there.
Yes, it's Skylar White calling for Saul Goodman, please. Yes, it is important.
Great shot. Look at this. There's Bill Burr.
This is not right. You cannot shut me down. You cannot do this.
Oh, yes, he can.
The New Mexico Hazardous Waste Act of 1978, Section 74, Chapter 4, Part 13 states, whenever the disposal of solid waste or hazardous waste presents an imminent
or substantial endangerment.
Plot twist. The baby completely remembers everything that the parents have said, from Walter showing the money to this. It's not gonna happen. Like that's.
I'm leaving the rice pudding.
I'm not hungry, Marie.
So I don't eat it.
Who could it be?
Hey, Marie, how you doing?
Oh, Jesus. What now? She rob a bank?
And Marie just left immediately, like,
Handsome was never the hard part.
He did eat the pudding.
So, rock collecting?
They're minerals.
They're minerals. Yeah.
At this point, it's like predictable what he's gonna say.
You ever come across a guy by the name of Gail Baedeker?
Shit.
No.
Here it is.
We found a notebook at his
Yep,
place.
yep. There it is. There it is.
I thought your expertise could be useful here.
I'm lying here like third base. Living from bowel movement to bowel movement. I'm not even useful to myself.
It's not about your physical strength, Hank. It's about here. It's about your mind.
The 379, and he says no.
Man. Hank is this close. Like this close.
It was a good idea. It was a great idea, but it didn't work. So why don't we simply chalk it up as a learning?
Well. There's a phone call.
Oh, hello, Mr. Wolowitz.
Well.
Am I still interested?
Walter's like,
That depends.
well, shit. Yeah. Walter's like, yeah.
Now I'm offering 800.
No, don't do that.
Why? Don't do that. Well, because you're an unpleasant person, Mr. Wolowitz. You were rude to me and disrespectful towards my husband.
Don't worry about it, Walt. Trust Skylar on this. She's planting the seeds. There it is.
No.
What for?
Give it time. Yeah. Make him feel anxious.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Wolowitz.
500 IQ plays from Skylar right there. Well, would you look at that? No sign of Skinny Pete and Badger. I mean, Jesse's house is slowly becoming a crack den, which is definitely something that we were worried about during, like, what, season 2? This is very disturbing.
You see? I told you we'd get it.
No, you didn't, Walt.
How did you pay for it?
What do you mean? No, cash. I paid cash.
No, I'm asking, how did you, Walter White, an unemployed school teacher, pay for it? How do you explain it?
I'm not apologizing for wanting to celebrate in some small way.
I'm not asking you to apologize, Walt. I'm asking you to be smart.
One single bottle, Skylar.
A single bottle of champagne can lead to
cash.
unknown consequences, though.
Little piece of duct tape left on a
my
door
God.
brought down the President of the United States.
What? I'm Nixon now?
No, what?
Any other questions? We have a motion.
He got his Cheetos. Alright. What's in the book? Ah, shit, the camera is zooming in on Hank.
All those in favor, there's 4 in the negative. That passes.
Yeah. Oh, we ended there? Oh, what a way to end your episode, though. Like having Hank just looking at the notes and then the camera just zooming in. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. I love that because we have no idea what Hank is actually reading. Like we have an idea of what is inside of the book, right? I mean, Tim kind of talked about it during the episode, like the contents of, or at least a rundown of the contents of the book, but we don't know exactly what is written in the book, right? And knowing Hank, especially, season 1, season 2, Hank, who's like really careful when it comes to like details, like to a certain degree. I couldn't imagine what is going through Hank's mind right now as he is like flipping the pages, because he is getting closer and closer to, uncovering the truth, and that is what scares me. It's not about Hank finding the truth, but it's more so what happens after he finds the truth, right? Because Hank, for this entire time has been pretty, I would say, safe. Well, I mean, if we don't look at the fact that he was, nearly killed, but like he was nearly killed because he was close to figuring out the truth. What happens after he figures it out? Like what are the repercussions afterwards? Like that is what scares me the most, because that, when it happens, yeah, dangerous things are bound to happen, not just for Hank, but also for Walter, for his entire family, for Marie as well, like everybody. So it is in a way, this is a ticking time bomb, right? Because eventually he is going to figure it out. If he keeps getting these information, these evidences from multiple different sources, even though Hank is, I don't want to say disabled right now, but more so that he is unable to use his physical, he's not able to use his physicality at the moment, right? But doesn't mean that his mind is going anywhere else. And Hank's mind, especially in regards to this case, is locked in. So who's to say what will happen in the future? But all I can say is that I am really scared for Hank. Now, going back to the very beginning of the episode, I do love how Walter's like looking at the camera and, just giving it the middle finger, but it's also showcasing like how Gus's presence is even more present without him present, if you get what I mean. I mean, this is also just consequences, right? The more Walter tries to poke the bee nest, well, it's gonna retaliate. The more Walter is going to be poking around Gus, whether it is directly at him or indirectly, in the case of Mike, then yeah, he's going to increase security. He's going to increase the level of surveillance, especially for Walter, because he's gonna be looking at him 24/7. It doesn't matter where he is, whether it is in the lab or at his own home. And do apologize that I forgot him, but I did just skim through like the second episode of the 4th season again, just to make sure if it is him. Yes, it is. This is the new guy that kind of replaced Victor. He's new. Like come on, like I don't remember him. But yeah, Walter's life is being monitored and being surveyed all the time now, that one has to wonder like how much freedom does Walter truly have at this very moment, because he is gaining less and less control of his own life. Now, to be fair, Walter and Skyler currently are also scheming their own plans, right? Even going against Saul's like initial proposition of, laser tag, and obviously that didn't work out. Nail salon didn't work out. It has to be the car wash. Now, this could be a good thing, or this could be a really, really bad thing, and somehow Saul was right the entire time, because the car wash is something that was never really planned out to begin with, right? In the case of like the laser tag arcade and the nail salon, all of that is, I would say, within Saul's like circle of influence, right? Because he knows these places, he knows the people that can work around these money laundering places and locations, but not necessarily the car wash. The car wash is something that Walter and Skyler both kind of agrees upon, that yeah, we need to get this car wash. We don't care about all of these other places because they don't make sense. But it's also like a personal grudge. And I must say, I really do love this development for Walter and Skyler, and their dynamic so far has been really, really interesting to watch, because I mean, we kind of saw this kind of slowly happening the moment Skyler decided to help Marie with her, with their monetary problems in regards to like Hank's own hardships. But now it's like she is working together with Walter to some degree, right? Though one should ask how long until Skyler decided to betray Walter in a sense that she can see this as full opportunity to get back on Walter, right? The fact that she is the one who is taking sort of control of this whole scenario, of this whole plan, right? The car wash and everything. She is the one who, I guess, bought the car wash and not necessarily Walter. Yeah, how long until this relationship breaks apart again? How long until either Walter messes things up? Because again, like the fragile thing about this whole relationship is the fact that Walter keeps getting into trouble and Skylar keeps asking him, are we safe? Are we okay? The truth of the matter is they are not okay. They are not safe, but Walter obviously needs to keep them at ease by lying, yes. But again, like, if Walter screws up to the point where Skylar truly understands the gravity of the situation, where Skylar truly understands how much they are actually in danger, I think that's going to be the point where Skylar is going to rethink about her plan and her strategy and may as well just, actually divorce Walter. And if they are divorced, that means that it means that she can go against Walter in court. She might win. She might get the money. It could ruin Walter. I just think that is a possibility, but in order for that possibility to be a thing, Walter needs to screw up way more than he has ever done before. And let's be real here, that is also a possibility. Walter has been running on thin ice for 4 seasons straight now. It's only a matter of time until the ice breaks. Speaking of breaks, Jesse is broken, and that's sad. The entire scene of Jesse just go-karting and just breaking down, screaming in pain is just beautifully well done. Beautiful, but at the same time, it's like really depressing. But yeah, incredible performance by Aaron Paul during this entire sequence. The camera shake, I would imagine that the camera was kind of just just taped into the go-kart, and just like the roughness of like the road and the ground, and just the overall shaking of it just makes the scene far more visceral, in my opinion, because it is basically what is going on inside of Jesse's head, right? It's just pure chaotic piles of mess that doesn't know where to go. Jesse, in a way, is wandering aimlessly, right? The entire go-kart track is just him going around in circles again and again and again. It's repetition. We talked about how repetition isn't necessarily a bad thing when we saw the flashback between Jesse and Jane, but we also associate repetition with bad things as well, and this is no exception. Jesse's entire repetitive world now, where he just goes to work with Walter, goes back home, have a drug party with orgies and everything, and then it's just like that is his life for this past couple of days, weeks, I would say, and it will probably continue to be that way. And the fact that he hasn't been able to return to what his life would have been in the past, whether it is the happiness with Jane or what could have been with Andrea. Yeah, my man is in a very rough spot, and his house being just this mess of a place where we don't even know who these people are. Like, these are all just random strangers who just pop in and just wanted to, have sex and do drugs. Like, not even Jesse's like closest friends, as I mentioned during the reaction. Like, we don't even see Skinny Pete, we don't even see Badger. Like, these are all Jesse's closest friends, and even they are not here. They are not even present. Like, they're not even here to comfort Jesse. Like, it honestly feels like they are just trying to get away from Jesse. Like, Jesse has gone down too far to the point where they feel uncomfortable to be with him, and that's just like even more sad. it also kind of helps the fact that all three of them kind of went into like therapy sessions. I'm kind of almost positive that the therapy sessions actually just worked on the both of them. Like Badger and Skinny Pete are kind of more reformed now. Like, yeah, like even they understand and realize that the people in the therapy session, these are all good people trying to, to better themselves as a person. And Jesse's the only one who's like, nah, man, we gotta sell some drugs. So, yeah, quite a turn of events, that's for sure. But it's just really sad to see Jesse in this state, because this is the state where I was kind of worried Jesse might end up back when we were watching like season 1, season 2, because we see Jesse, going into these places before, right? See, crack dens and other, I guess, places where these things are, I guess, normal or a place where these people will come to hang out. And I do remember when Jesse kind of went to these places, the thought of his mind would be like, yeah, I would never be, like this. Like, this place sucks. Like, this is terrible. Like, I am never gonna fall this low. And, well, look at where we are now. Season 4. Jesse has gone this low. And bear in mind, Jesse's fall from, I don't want to say fall from grace, but more so Jesse's current situation all comes down to the fact that he is just coping heavily from killing Gale. Like, all of this happens because Jesse just killed a person. He murdered someone. That has ruined, destroyed, shook his entire mentality, his psychology. And he's trying everything within his power, or he's trying with everything that he knows that could potentially bring him happiness. But so far, this isn't really happiness. This is what I would describe as pain in disguise. I mean, you even see it right here during this moment when Jesse's, asking Walter to, hey, you want to go go-karting? Like, this is a cry for help. Walter didn't realize this. I didn't realize it at the first time, but it is a cry for help. Like, Jesse was donning this mask of like happiness, like, hey, let's go go-karting. Let's have some fun, yo. But he's asking Walter because Walter's probably the only person that he still has contact with, that he does know. Like, one would say that Walter's his only friend at the moment. The fact that he didn't really call for Badger of Skinny Pete speaks volumes, in my opinion. And the fact that Walter kind of declines that, I mean, we saw it coming, obviously, and I think Jesse also saw it coming. Like, Walter's not that kind of person, but it's just sad. This is just sad. I'm sorry, but like, Jesse's entire whole situation right now is just like sad. It does make me feel and hope that Jesse at the end of this gets like the happiest of endings out of all of them. It may not be a perfect happy ending, but more so that out of every character in this show, I do wish that Jesse kind of gets, the ending that is I guess satisfying out of all of them. My only wish right now is that Jesse can get away from all of this, and that's pretty much it. And I guess finally we can talk about Marie, because she has a pretty big part in this entire episode, right? I mean, her going back to, her kleptomanic days, stealing things, yeah, it's also a regression in character development, but it's also, you also got to take into account that she's probably doing this because of like the entire situation with Hank and everything else, like Hank being very distant from her and treating her the way Hank is treating her right now. A part of me does understand why Hank is treating her this way. I mean, you gotta remember and take into account that Hank is also suffering right now, and he is lashing out on Marie. Not saying that it's a good thing to do or something that is fine with, because obviously it's not, but it's more so that I can understand why Hank is doing it. I may not agree with it, but I can understand with it. Many a times we see the people that we care about start bashing and lashing towards us when they are at their lowest, when they feel that they are at their lowest, like it does something to your psychology. And it's like you gotta live with it, like you gotta understand like what they are going through. And you may necessarily not like it. You may think that they're being an absolute prick and an asshole, but it's also, their mentality is also being challenged right now, and it's a very human response. It's a very ugly human response, I would say. But Marie going back to her ways is also like really sad to see, but at the same time, it also goes to show that, sometimes some people just never changes, no matter how hard they try. And I think that's like the hardest thing that many characters in this show is struggling with, because it's not just Marie, it's also Jesse, it's also Walter. Multiple times they are in situations where their morality and their goodwill is kind of being challenged, and they do unspeakable and terrible things. And they try to be good, they try to change themselves, but then they got pulled back in. And that's one of the things that I do love about Breaking Bad, because it's not a steady climb, a progression in regards to character development. Like, it's not like the characters are getting better and better and better. No, it's up and down. They get better and then they got worse. They try to be better and then they got worse again. It's very real and it's very human, in my opinion. And I do think that seeing these fictional characters go through these troubles should inspire us to be like better people than them. Like, if you are watching Breaking Bad and then you see these people and then you think to yourself, nah man, I can do better than them. I can be better and I won't, succumb to my desires or whatever. Like, if that is how you feel, then good, because I feel like that's what Breaking Bad is trying to make you feel. And I think that's pretty much it for my review and discussion of Breaking Bad. Great episode, once again. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for watching my reaction, my review, discussion. If you do enjoy this, hit the like, subscribe, share the video. Drill by now. And I will see you all next time for our next episode of Breaking Bad. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Peace.